All right, y'all, and we are back. So, what I'm going to do is, since my live stream was acting up, I'm just going to go ahead and upload a video for y'all. Okay, so what should I talk about, y'all? What should the topic be? Y'all, I know something what we can talk about. So, I want to get into why is everybody in everybody else's business? If you think about it, there is no reason for everybody to be sitting around thinking about everybody else's business. Like they're talking about, remember Simone Biles when she got married to her husband, and everybody said that, oh, he married her for clout. He married her. It's not going to work. That's not even his type. She's dark skinned, blah, blah, blah. I feel like this for the ones that's saying that. Are you married? Do you have a husband? Do you have a significant other? And is he as successful as that athlete? Because he's a nice looking dude. And even if he did marry her for clout, even if he said that he didn't know who she was, even if he lied, what difference does it make to you in your life? It doesn't make a difference. So I think sometimes people have so much to say about everybody else's affairs. Now they're talking about Simone Biles' mother, which I believe she had a drug addiction, crack. I believe was her drug of choice. So she adopted. She put Simone Biles up for adoption. Simone Biles, as we all have seen, has gone on to be a very successful gymnast. You know, in the Olympics, she's a millionaire. She has a very successful career. But why is it anybody else's business to put her mother and her relationship on blast? Like they always want to talk about everything else. And that goes into those celebrities. Everybody wants to talk about celebrities, but nobody wants to talk about their own lives. You understand? Do you get that? Like, and then it's always a negative thing, especially when it comes to melanated females, melanated women, when it comes to relationships. They always want to point out the worst in one another's relationships, point out the worst when it comes to somebody else. They fairly, rarely, rarely, I didn't mean to use the word fairly, rarely want to focus and turn the camera lens around on themselves. Um, and I think people do this because they are genuinely not satisfied with their lives and not happy with how their lives are going. So they are hyper focused on everyone else. Y'all, excuse me. I was eating snacks in here earlier today. But I just had to say that like we of all people, melanated females and melanated people as a whole, we really cannot afford to be focused, hyper focused on everybody else's lives because we really need to get ourselves together as a people all the way around the globe, all the way around America. Like we have enough issues, enough problems that are going on within our own selves that I don't even understand why so many people make it their point of contention to be focused on everybody else's state of affairs. Because if you spend all that time and focus that energy on you, your gifts, your abilities, your talents, or honing in on your gifts, your creative abilities, and talents, imagine how much further you would be ahead in life. But you got people that are focused on celebrity gossip, focused on their neighbor's business, focused on their family members' business, their colleagues' business, people that they work with. Like they're focused on everybody else but themselves. And usually people do that because they don't want to face their own life circumstances. This makes them feel better. I don't know how it's going to make you feel better because, in the long run, when you look back at your life, what have you accomplished besides sitting there focused on everyone else but yourself? Yeah. So I think that, social media can be a gift and a curse. I think it can be a gift in the way that it allows you to be able to connect to people around the globe that you would not normally get to meet. And it also allows you to promote your business in ways that you would not be able to promote without the internet. But also, it makes people hyper focused on everyone else. It gets people to be hypersensitive. If you say something someone doesn't like, they're quick to try to cancel you. They're quick to try to talk about you. All of a sudden, you are the point. You're a topic. Things are negative. You're pictured in a negative light as soon as you say something that's not quote unquote a popular opinion, or if you have a difference of opinion. Another thing, y'all, that the internet does is it allows people to be somebody that they're really not on the internet. That's another thing that we got to talk about, because a lot of times you see these people that have a large following because they have the gift of gab. These people are real good at making their lives seem a certain way, even if they have to rent out an Airbnb and pretend like that is where they live, rent out a mansion and pretend like that's their life, rent a car and pretend like that's their car. This is what people are doing for social media. Act like they're flying on a private jet, have all these designer clothes, designer bags, act like they're going on all these vacations. Y'all don't know what these people are doing to portray a character for people that they don't even know on social media, just to get likes, y'all, just to get views. And I feel like if it's not making you money, then why are you doing it? A lot of people are not living the lives that they're portraying on social media. And that's another thing. Some of the things that are depicted on social media makes other people feel like, well, what am I doing in my life that I'm not reaching this status? What is it that I'm not doing? Why I don't have these things, or I haven't accomplished these goals? I haven't reached the level of quote unquote success that they have. That's really not success, because guess what, y'all? You define your own success. And to me, my success is spending my time how I see fit when I want to, not having to clock on a corporate plantation's clock every day, not having to ask someone if I can take a day off to go to the beach to visit family. Just to take a personal day to clear my mind. That's the biggest liberation you can have, is your time. That's the most one of the most valuable things you have in your life, is your health, your energy, your abilities, as far as your talents and your time. You can't get this time back, y'all. um and your family, the people that you care about, and that's not always blood relatives. Those are not always blood relatives. Family is who you make it, y'all. So those are just some things that was on my mind. I probably will work on another video for y'all and upload that as well. But I just wanted to come on and say hi to y'all. Want to be more consistent with this channel. I am continuing this journey on growing the subscriber count, which I've been on a very long journey with this for a couple of years. And the reason I don't put videos out is because, like, if I don't have the energy, then I'm not going to do it, because I don't want to just like put out videos that really don't mean anything or they're not that significant to me. I like to have good energy when I do my videos, because that resonates through the screen. Um, but I would like to be more consistent. It's just that I deal with a lot of exhaustion because I am very busy and I do a lot of different things, y'all. So tomorrow I'm going to be busy again because I have to get up very, very early. I'll probably be in the office tomorrow at the real estate office. We're going to have a meeting. We'll be going over that. I do want to talk about some real estate things as well in this channel, even though this is not my real estate page. I think it's useful information that everybody can utilize. So I'll probably be do a video on that. Y'all excuse Tinkerbell. She's just very babyfied. I didn't know she was gonna jump in my lap again. But here she is, y'all. Stop it. This is a shame. So if y'all have pets, you understand. They are very babyfied, they are very childlike, and you have to take care of them just like a child. And that's another thing. People think that, oh, cats are easier, cats are this and cats are that. Cats are independent creatures, but cats are very emotionally needy creatures. All right, pets, animals, or whatever you want to call them, they require a lot of attention. No, Prancer not so much, but I don't know if it's because she's a female cat, but she definitely likes attention. If you create a video, as you can clearly see, if you give your attention to something else, cats they'll definitely migrate towards you and flock to you, vying for your attention, especially if you are working from home. Many of you may know, because I was doing the same when I first got her. Um, I was working from home, and I had the laptop and I had the computer. And while I was on the computer, she would jump in my lap. She didn't care if I was on the phone talking to customers. She would cry, and they could hear her through the headset. Yes, they could. And they were like, "Do you have a cat?" And it's like, you can't tell them, "No, I don't have a cat," because they clearly can hear her. Stop it. She sees my earring. Stop. Um, yeah, they're very needy and they like a lot of attention, a lot of affection. Um, I didn't know that she was gonna be this babyfied. What is it? Stop. Stop. No. I didn't know she was gonna be this babyfied, y'all, but she's like an alarm clock. She'll wake you up at 5 o'clock a.m. to eat. What are you looking at? Oh, she wants this little thing on the microphone, this little styrofoam thing. That's what it is. That's why she's up here. No, this is not for you. Get down. Get down. Yeah, she whatever it is, she likes these little microphone phone things. They love those. But that's why she's up here. That's why she's looking like that. Not for you. So yeah, stop. I'm probably gonna have to end the video if she keeps this up, y'all, because she shouldn't even really be on my lap. But yeah, so this is how it is having a cat. They shed. Well, she sheds. It depends on what type of cat you have, but this a lot of cats shed, so you'll need to brush them. Like she has little fur particles that they just get everywhere in the chair, wherever she is. She can brush up against you. She'll just strands of fur will shed. Litter box. So they track litter throughout the house. You have to constantly sweep behind them, constantly clean the floors. Um, as far as potty training, they were already litter box trained when I got them, between 10 to 12 weeks old. As when I first got them, they went to the litter box. I didn't have to train them. Um, Now they are supposed to be on a schedule for their feeding schedule, but they'll definitely let you know when they're hungry. And I'm trying to put her on a diet because she's too chunky. She's definitely overweight. She likes the bouncy balls. So it's these little rubber balls that I throw down the foyer area. And she likes to run and catch the balls and bring them back and fetch them like a puppy. That's a little thing we had started doing like when a few years ago when I first got her. And right now she's 2, so she'll be 3 next April the 3rd. I believe her birthday's April the 3rd. So she's 2. Both of them are 2 years old. Um, she's very talkative, as you can tell. Some cats are not as vocal, but she's very vocal. She cries a lot. She doesn't like to be left alone, especially if she knows I'm in the house. If I close the door, she'll be on the other side of the door, clawing at the door or crying. All right. She doesn't like to be in the cage. Prancer will go in the cage willingly, but she will not. But they will let me put them in the cage. I've given them baths on numerous of occasions. They don't like it, but it's just something that I do because cats have to get cleansed too. All right. So I don't know if I'm gonna give them a bath this month. Maybe I'll give them one in September, but they will be getting another bath, and it makes their fur softer. And yes, you are gonna get a bath. And like I said, they communicate, they talk. Um, they say that cats can see spirits. They can see things we cannot see. So if you see your cat like in the corner climbing the wall. It could be that they have seen like a little microscopic bug flying around that you don't see and they're trying to kill it or get it, or it could be that they are seeing a spirit because cats are known to be spiritual creatures by the Egyptians. Egyptians used to keep cats around. That's why we see them in a lot of their paintings and sculptures and stuff like that. But also, too, they are guardians, so they will guard you. And what I mean by that, like if you take a bath or you take a shower, you go to the restroom, they'll be sitting on the other side of the door waiting for you. That's just what they do. They're very territorial about their owner, and they feel like you belong to them. So basically, essentially, you are their parent, but you belong to this particular cat. Like they are feeling like they claim you, basically. If a cat rubs against your leg, that's their way of greeting you, but that's also their way of putting their scent on you. Like, especially if they rub their head on your leg, they put their scent on you, and that means that, they're welcoming you into their territory. They are something else, y'all. Very territorial creatures. But I've always been a cat person, and I know people say cats are sneaky. Yes, cats can be sneaky, but not in the sense of how most people try to claim that they're sneaky. Like they're quiet when they walk. I tried to put bells like around their collars. These cats don't really like to have anything around their necks, so I don't have collars on them. But a good thing that you can do if you have a cat is just put like a belt around their collar and put their little vaccination records around their collars, like a form of a heart, and it has their rabies records. You could do that. Yes. Um, what's another thing? Yeah, they don't really like to travel too much. Like the first time I took them to the vet, she cried and it was a lot going on in the car. Get down. Get down. Trying to get the microphone. It was a lot going on. You get back up here, I'm going to spray you. It was a lot going on in the car, y'all. So she got loose from the little beach bag that I put her in because I only had one cat carrier and they had gotten too big for both of them to fit in the carrier. So I ended up putting one in the beach bag and she got free and was all over the place. I would not recommend trying to drive a cat in the car without having them secured in a carrier. All right. They can get scared in the car. I know when we went from one state to the next, she was hyperventilating. So I actually had to take her out of the cage and let her be in my lap. She was scared. And so she ended up climbing under the seat and she stayed there for the entire ride until we got to our destination. So you just have to be wary of these things. Cats are not like dogs. They have their own way of being and they're very like I don't want to say rebellious, but they just do their own thing. So like they will ignore you even if you call their name, you tell them to do something, they know what you mean, but if they don't want to abide, they won't. And how do I do this? I usually get the water bottle and spray them. When they see the water bottle, they'll stop what they're doing immediately and they will know that they're not supposed to be doing what they're doing. But like I said, cats are hard headed. So they're going to try their luck because they're rebellious creatures by nature. Um, what is another thing? As far as having them in the house, they scratch your furniture. So if you have leather furniture, I wouldn't recommend having a cat. Um, they scratch carpet, they scratch furniture, and anything that feels good to their claws, it gives them a sense of relief being able to scratch with their claws. Please do not declaw your cat if you have one, because what that does, it makes them feel insecure. That's their defense mechanism, and you're taking away their defense mechanism, so they're going to exhibit other behaviors such as biting and other things. They're not going to act, better just because you declawed them. And I wouldn't recommend doing that because if your cat was ever in danger, you want them to have a way to defend themselves. Um, what is something else that I can say? Just, yeah, keep them, you know, up to date on their records, their rabies shots. They're overdue for their rabies shots. Don't tell anybody. But they're not around other cats, they're around each other. I got them vaccinated at the same time. She's been spayed and he's been neutered. So they cannot procreate, y'all. So what that means is sorry, I have a text message. I have a text message. I'll probably have to figure this out in a minute, y'all. I don't know. But anyway, that's just a little bit about the cats. This video is about 18 minutes long. We're going on 19 minutes. I'll probably go ahead and end it, y'all. You see the frizzes going on. I was outside earlier in the heat, but it feels good outside today. The weather's been very nice. I just wanted to come on and address y'all. Just wanted to talk about something, post a video. So if you like the video, like it, give it a thumbs up, share the video, do all those things, subscribe, y'all. And I will be back later. And I hope you enjoyed my little video, my little narrative about cats, y'all, because I've always been a cat person. And I could just go on and on telling y'all about these creatures. They are um, shy and you have to earn their trust. But when you earn their trust, they get very comfortable with you. And they just make your life better. And we make their lives better because we take care of them. But yeah, she can't have kittens. And I kind of felt bad about it because I was like, she's not going to be able to be a mother. Um, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. All right, y'all, we are signing out. And from Tinkerbell and Prancer and myself, you all stay blessed and continue to walk in your divinity.